everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Karlton Says Live. We are here in the building, in the place, and today joining me is our guest co-host for today, Mr. Tyrice Lollis.
Hey.
And Miss Cynthia Otero.
Hi.
That's it, right?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Cynthia is new to the show here. This is our first time here, so we're excited to have you here.
Thank you.
And of course, we have Mr. DJ I Am in the building right there. He's joining us today as well. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I know I said we're going to talk about Joan Rivers. I lied. I forgot. We do have a new addition to the Karlton Says Live family. Ariel Cheese, who was our former co-host, because, you know, last week was her last day. She had her baby. She had little Avery. Awesome. Yeah, she did. And we have a picture of him. Hopefully he'll show up soon. But little Avery, she had him on Thursday, I believe. Wow. So she had him on Thursday. Yep. So I don't know. We had it earlier. I saw it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, boom.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's little Avery right there. So yeah. So he was. So now her other son Ari, he's a big brother now. So they're now one big happy family. So we're excited about that. So congratulations to Ariel Cheese.
Congrats.
I don't know if she's watching or not. I'm sure she's sleeping. So
yeah,
you gotta sleep when the baby sleeps.
Yeah.
So definitely congratulations to Ariel and Frederick and and your whole entire family on the new addition to your life. So awesome. And speaking of life, you know, there's a celebration of life, I guess, for someone who did pass away. 81-year-old comedian Joan Rivers. She died on. It's conflicting. They say Friday, but then I read a story that said she died actually on Thursday, so I'm not sure. So was it Thursday or Friday?
It was Thursday. They posted it on Thursday, and they said Friday.
Okay.
But she actually died Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So yes, well, not cool, but cool. We got it.
Yeah,
right.
we got it right. Yeah.
We straightened that out.
Right. So Joan Rivers did pass away on Thursday. Apparently, she was having surgery on her throat, and she went into cardiac arrest, and then she just never woke up. So.
Whew.
Yeah,
man.
It's pretty scary, you know, when you're going into a situation. Because I've actually had to have surgery before, and it's kind of like you under the anesthesia and everything. It's kind of like you're thinking you're gonna wake up, but it's scary to, you know, that little 10% in your mind. You're thinking, well, I may not wake up from this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure. I don't know if she was thinking, you know, this could be it or whatever, but
yeah.
I mean, for me, that's why I'm scared of surgery. I don't know if I could do it. Because being under anesthesia and, you know, not waking up, to me it's a big fear factor for me.
Yeah, I've gone under anesthesia a few times. Actually, I mean, because when I had cancer, I had to get little procedures or whatever. So it was, for me, it just felt like a nap. Because it literally is like they knock you out, and then when I wake up, I'm like, oh, where am I? And I'm like literally in the little holding room they have you in after surgery or whatever. So
for me, it's not so much the surgery, but it's like the recovery and like you know you're cut and you've got certain things. I mean, I've had several surgeries, but the surgery itself isn't a problem. But the recovery and, you know, being heard and at home relaxing is good. But when you're in pain and you can't do anything and you have to depend on others, that's like kind of the bad part.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, definitely, we want to keep the Joan Rivers family in our prayers. You know what I'm saying? They're dealing with that. Again, when you're dealing with the loss, it's still a loss no matter who the person, you know, was. So we definitely want to keep that family in our prayers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Joan, from what I read, she wants a big party for her funeral.
Sounds like Joan.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't want a lot of crying and all that other stuff. I mean, she wants people to remember her, but she definitely said she wanted a big party. And you know, she went out with a bang. I mean, she was always talking about people, and
Joan was being Joan.
Right.
She was being herself.
She was being herself.
Exactly.
And it's a lesson in life for all of us. Just be who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely. All right. Well, another subject we want to talk about. The reason why Tyrice is here with us today was because we talked about you last week. Matter of fact.
Oh. Was it good? Oh, it was good. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh.
I was just joking. We talked about, well, of course, for the past few weeks, we've been talking about the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge here. You know, bringing a lot of awareness to ALS and everything. Well, Mr. Tyrice here, this month is Sickle Cell Anemia Awareness Month, and Mr. Tyrice here started his own challenge with apples and ice water. So, do you want to explain that? Talk to us about that, how all this came about. So,
actually, two of my friends, Tijuana Hartwell and Tamara Allen, they're from my hometown, Wichita, Kansas, and we were just actually just talking back and forth on Facebook about the the ALS challenge and talking about the disease and really talking about there's a lot of other diseases out there that we can really educate people about and get involved in, support and donate. And the main one that came up was sickle cell, because you do find that sickle cell anemia and the sickle cell trait is found predominantly in African Americans. So we were just saying, well, what kind of challenge could we do for it? It's like, well, ALS, they have the ice bucket challenge, but if we want to do something, we have to create something different. So we're throwing some ideas back and forth. And the crazy part is my son had said something. My son was like, Daddy, I want an apple. And I was like, apples? What could we do with apples? So we're just sitting there just throwing some ideas back and forth. And we came up with the idea, back when we were younger, Halloween time, we used to buy for apples and all that. We said, but we got to make it more of a challenge. So doing research about sickle cell, some of the things that we read up on is that, the sickle cell itself is something that actually affects the red blood cell. So that's where the red apple actually comes in play for it. But one of the other symptoms that those who have sickle cell anemia can also occur is vision problems. So a lot of times they can either be blurred or they can't see at all. So the challenge that we really created was similar to bobbing for apples, but you're doing it blindfolded.
Okay.
And one of the things that we said, we want to make sure that it's something that's impactful, because, to be honest, I have friends who did the ALS challenge, but they ain't donate a dime, and I talked about them. They just threw water on themselves. But we wanted to make it more of a challenge to where people want to actually donate. So the idea was, set a goal, but each apple represents $1 amount. And what's left over in your bucket or ice water, that's the amount that you would actually donate to the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America.
Okay.
So for me, myself, I actually started out with just $20. And I said each apple, that was in there was equal to $10.
Okay.
I had 9 apples in there. I only got 1 out. So that means I had $80 left. So the 80 plus 20 was $100 that I actually donated to the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America.
Okay, we actually have video. We're not gonna show the whole thing, but we actually have it. We can talk while he's playing it. So with this whole situation, I know I've mentioned several times on Karlton Says Live and just in person how a lot of with these challenges has come a lot of criticism. People always got stuff to say. People are never satisfied with people trying to make a difference in the world. You know what I'm saying? With the ALS challenge, because I know it mostly affects white men. But what I said about it was, a disease is a disease.
Exactly.
And I feel like, as the human race, we should all be a little bit more sympathetic to what people are going through, because just because it doesn't affect me and you as black men, you might know somebody that has ALS.
Yeah, true.
Same thing with sickle cell anemia. I mean, I don't have it, but I do know people who suffer with it. So therefore, I should be a little bit more understanding to what they're going through, and again, it's all about raising awareness and all about just making a difference in the world. And my main thing is too, instead of criticizing other people, I feel like you should take the time out to make a difference. If you don't like what's being done, then do something.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I'm sorry to cut you off, but with that said, have you faced any challenges as far as with creating this? Like, have you had any backlash or like what?
Actually, yes, I have. That's the craziest part. When we introduced the challenge, one of the things that I was not aware of myself was that everyone knows that T-Boz, she actually has sickle cell herself, and she actually did a challenge the same time I did one, but hers was different. Hers was it's called Bold Lips for Sickle Cell or something to that fashion. I can't remember it exactly. But when hers went out, mine went out kind of like around the same time. The video that I did has starting to circulate, getting a lot of shares on social media. And when I go back and look at the video on YouTube, I have some comments about it. Is, well, this is just another challenge, or no, we need to do this one that T-Boz is doing. So it's kind of that's the kind of backlash that I got. My whole ordeal about it is it's serving a purpose to help. It's creating the awareness. It's giving people the education about sickle cell, but also all the funding of it goes directly to the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. I don't know how much is going to go there. I don't even see it. For me, it's just inspiring people to get out there and help and to do something different.
Right.
Like with the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, I didn't do the challenge. I didn't throw water on myself, but what I did do is I did donate money to it. Because I knew that's what was going to help. It was the research for ALS, not me spilling water all over the place, but me actually giving money and actually helping out towards the cause.
Yeah.
So one thing to keep in mind as far as that is, if people are giving you comments and they're saying stuff negative, that means that you're doing something right.
True.
That means that, even if they're not donating or if they're saying, something negative about it, they're commenting on it, they're seeing it, they're sharing it with their friends. So it's only helping you and your cause and your challenge get out even further.
Exactly. I agree. So for me personally, I don't get upset about it. One thing I learned is, like you said, when you're doing something right, you have haters. That's just that's true. It is what it is. So for me, I'm just happy to have an opportunity to really help. I think one of the things that really surprised me, even when I introduced the challenge, is when I called the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America, and I just called the 1-800 number that I seen on the site, and I told them what I wanted to do. And they was like, let me place you on hold. And I was like, what kind of stuff is this? I'm sitting there waiting and holding. And then maybe 5 minutes later, Sonia Banks, which is the actual president of the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America, came on the line. And me and her were actually talking, and we're talking about the challenge. And, when I told her about the ice, about doing it with ice water, but one of the things that she told me is those who do have sickle cell can't even actually get in ice water. So that would really send them into a crisis. So she said, how about you do this? Do it, those who want to use ice can, but make it open for those who have sickle cell. So we said, so for those who do have sickle cell, just use room temperature water. That gives everybody the opportunity to participate in the challenge, even if you have sickle cell or if you don't.
Okay, definitely. Well, like I said again, if you want to participate, and again, or if you just want to donate money, how can they do so, Tyrice?
You can actually donate by going to the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America website. You can Google it, because I don't know the exact website name, but Google that will take you directly to the website. On the top right corner, it has a button where you can say donate. It will take you to a page to where you can donate online. It also provides you the address. And if you actually want to see the YouTube video of the actual challenge, you can just go into YouTube and search #Apple Challenge all together, and it will automatically pull up the video.
Okay, cool. Definitely. Again, it's all about being the change that you want to see. And go out, ALS, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, it's everything. It's all about just helping our fellow man. That's just what I strongly believe. Honestly, for me, when the ALS challenge first came about, it made me think about, okay, because I had leukemia when I was 16, and it made me think, okay, Karlton, you need to get back involved. So it really opened up my eyes personally. Wow. I'm just like, okay, I need to get back involved in, just helping out, because I used to be very active with Light the Night and the cancer walks and different things like that. But now, of course, we get busy as adults, and sometimes we get preoccupied with other things. But it's important that we take time out and do these community things and helping out and helping others and bringing awareness. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, enough of the heavy stuff. Then we got that out the way. Now it's time to get into the ratchetness. I like to talk about. It's called Love It Hip Hop Atlanta. We're going there. We're talking about it. Part 2 of the reunion came on on Monday. Now, can I say this? I was really upset because I had some issues of my own. It rained on Monday, and I have direct TV at my house. So whenever it rains, it messes up the cable. So I can't see stuff. So therefore, I missed the first 16 minutes of Part 2. Wow. I heard about it, but I didn't see the first 16 minutes. So when I came in, they were already on the stage talking about the fight and talking about Jocelyn and talking about how whatever. So Tyrice, Cynthia, I feel like y'all saw it. So therefore, can you break it down?
He's looking at me like, I don't want to start.
I mean, I can start it. I mean, can you for what I saw?
Can you break down what I missed? Because I feel like I was left out.
Well, from what I seen, there was a period. I guess they were breaking and they were getting ready to start the show, back up. And I think Stevie J and Jocelyn had said something to the effect that the temperature was warm and it was hot in there. Benzino made a comment about that's that Coke right there. So here comes some more. Get ready to start the show. When she's introducing everybody, they drawing back and forth from the beginning. They just going back and forth. He said something about you ain't gonna do this here. Stevie J got up. Of course, when he gets up, Jocelyn gets up. And from that, they stopped Stevie J from getting to Benzino, but Jocelyn ended up getting through to Titi, and all you seen was feet kicking and arms swinging. Then they separated them, and then Stevie J, I guess he was real hot because he took his shirt off. I'm trying to figure out where that came from. And then Jocelyn got into it. She attacked Waka Flocka's wife.
Oh, okay.
Tammy.
Yeah,
That's
and it was.
her.
So she attacked her, and then it was, I mean,
she was fighting with Mimi in the hallway.
Yeah.
Coming up the stairs.
it was like she was on a rampage. Like,
what's the problem?
like she knew that was her last episode, and she was going out with a bang. That's my fault.
Yeah, and then she was walking around the stage saying, "Who else wants some? Who else wants some?" So
Like she was.
I have my own opinions about that. I think
Okay.
that they came to fight.
Oh yeah. They look very
But
comfortable.
I was very surprised at the fact that it was more so in the beginning. It was more so Stevie J. Like just him and his conversations with Jocelyn. It's like, I'm here for you. You know, whatever happens, I'm here. You know, I'm ready. That he says, okay, I'm ready. Whatever goes down, you know, let's fight. But it wasn't so much as Jocelyn's always popping off at the mouth. It was more so Stevie J initiated it and got up and went towards Benzino. So she followed right behind him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I was very surprised at that part of it. I would have expected it to come from Jocelyn first and not Stevie J.
But from what I hear, and reading on social media, is that there's a spinoff with just those two.
Who?
Stevie J and Jocelyn.
Why?
So,
God.
to me, I think it was maybe a publicity stunt. You know, to kind of gear up for what's to come. Because I mean, she's not after that. She's not gonna be on the show anymore.
You think?
You
I don't think so. I don't think so.
The reason why I disagree with you is because
Drama Sales.
Drama Sales. But another show, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're all coming back after that whole fight between Portia and Kenya. Portia's back on the show.
What?
Yeah,
I might have to watch it. Okay.
So I mean, I don't think that fight. Mona Scott. I mean, let's be real. Mona Scott knows that if she gets rid of Stevie J and Jocelyn, a lot of people are not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
That's just honest. I mean, who we gonna watch? Mimi? Sorry. I mean, I used to love Mimi now, but season 3 she was dry. I was tired of hearing about this sex tape with her and Nico.
I think All America done watched her.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say unfortunately, but Stevie J and Jocelyn are the show. They're the draw.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? And from the parts that I saw, because clearly the whole reunion just kind of came to a halt, and we're gonna talk about Stevie J and Jocelyn the whole time. And for me, I was like, okay, so their objective came true. I feel like Stevie J and Jocelyn came on the show to say, hey, it's about us. Let's keep it about us, and let's keep it moving. And they won.
Let's keep the spotlight on us.
They won that because they literally was on the stage the rest of the time that I saw.
Yes.
They was talking about them the whole time. What's wrong with Jocelyn? What's wrong with Stevie J?
And she needs help, and she's on drugs.
Right.
And,
the whole she needs prayer. She needs Jesus. It was just a whole bunch of Stevie J and Jocelyn talk. You know what I'm saying?
And I think even with the whole sex tape thing coming out with Mimi, I think it was just as much equal talk about how Jay-Z, but Stevie J was responding to it and how they were throwing shade at Mimi. So it was like, to me, I felt like Mimi was trying to be the top of the show, but it just didn't work.
It didn't work.
I
think we got tired of it. I think because for me, when I first heard about the sex tape, obviously, of course, we talked about it here. But when they said, okay, we're going to talk about it on the show, I'm thinking it's going to be like maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes. No, it expanded throughout the whole season.
Show.
I was like, I'm over it. I don't care. I didn't even watch the sex tape. It was, from what I hear, it was boring. I mean, I saw the trailer now. I watched that. I was like, oh, okay. Rod.
My brother, this is what my brother said. My brother said he wants that 35 minutes of his life back. So I don't know what that meant.
That means it wasn't good. You know, somebody says they want their minutes back. That means it wasn't good. Yeah. So I heard from different people, different sources that the tape wasn't that great. They said the trailer was better than the tape. That's not good.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, I just think that honestly, I feel like Hope Part 3 is nothing like Part 2. I hope that because from the previews, they're gonna get into it with Nico and Ariana and all them other people. So
Nico.
He's such an opportunist. I can't stand Nico. God. Nico is the biggest opportunist ever.
Yes.
I definitely have to say, I think that about the comment about Stevie and Jocelyn not coming back, I think that they have to come back because the way that they ended the show was with who? With Mimi and Stevie kind of talking and having a lunch together and talking about their, coming together with the differences and stuff like that. So I think that he will definitely be there. Whether she'll be there or not, I don't know.
She will. What other income is she getting?
Yeah.
Follow Stevie.
Of course. they're gonna be on season 4. They're not stupid. They know where their source of income comes. That's a lot of people. A lot of people say, I'm not coming back to reality TV, but what are you doing to supplement your reality TV? Like, for instance, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy can say, I'm not coming back.
Oh, she's straight.
She's straight.
She's straight.
She's a songwriter. She's still getting escape money. She got her play going on. She got her sex line going on. She is a businesswoman. She got a store, the tag store. Got a store. So she's a businesswoman. So she's straight. You know what I'm saying? So she could say, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Everybody else? No. You need that. You better stay where you get your money. Just saying. I mean, until you find something that can boost you forward. I mean, you know. We're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta in a minute, but I want to talk about Mama D real quick, though. Y'all saw the Ricky Smiley tape with her singing.
I didn't see the tape, but I heard the song. And I'm not going to talk bad about the song because I would have to say this. Out of all the people that I talk to on Twitter and tweet, she does respond back to me.
Aww.
So I'm not going to say nothing bad.
I saw that the other day that you had posted her response.
Yeah.
He's so loyal.
I'm not going to say anything bad because she actually did share about the Apple Challenge.
Aww.
Okay. She tweeted it, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Mama D.
I will.
In that order.
I will. I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. No.
Just watch the video from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show with her singing live on air. That's all you gotta do. Just go watch it. Just go watch it. Make your own opinion about it.
Everybody deserves to be loved.
They do, but we don't want to hear it. I'm just saying. You know, it's just like with Mama Jones. Now that song right there, what she did, it was kind of like it was real ratchet or whatever. But I'm just like, really, Mama Jones, you too old. You too old to be doing that, man. I mean. Oh, Mama D. Oh, that's all I'm going to say. That song, though. And my sister said that's her song. She said she liked it.
It's an empowering song.
I mean, let's let somebody else do the empowerment, though.
but from what I hear, she does have a lot of downloads on iTunes. Like,
of course, because but is it from her singles because she's on Love Hip Hop Atlanta and she's Mama D?
And she's making money off of it, so it's kind of like, hey...
Is she making money off of it?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing now. People who really don't have vocal talent, like, getting paid. Like, what's the guy named? JJ Icefish? Is that his name?
And you know what? See, is
that his name?
I don't know. I don't even know.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, that guy can't sing for nothing, but he's hosting parties and getting flown all these different places and hanging out with K. Michelle.
And then, all right, and we're going to get off Mama D on that point, but this is what pisses me off about that whole situation. You have people, and this is referring to NeNe Leakes, because we're going to talk about her next, but you have people who really can sing, and you have people who really can act or really can do stuff, and they are struggling and trying to make it, but you got these ratcheteers. You know what I'm saying?
They're making it to Broadway.
They're doing stuff. You know, nothing is Mama D, but I mean, clearly she can't sing, but she's doing it with this song because of who she is and her image or whatever. Yeah. You got people like NeNe Leakes because of who she is on Real Housewives of Atlanta, making it to Broadway. You know how many people are killing for that dream that really can act, really go and take acting classes or really do stuff like that. People who, you know, you have these reality stars. And you know, nothing really against them because they're being smart, I guess, and using their platform that they created to build bigger brands. That's the smart thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Tamar did it. You know, when she first came on the Braxtons, I mean, I didn't know who she was, but she used her platform. She made her album, and she's one of the biggest Braxtons. I mean, behind Tony, we all know who Tony is, but you know, Tamar's up there now. You know what I'm saying? So she used her platform. She was smart about it. But it just irks me on the inside when you have these non-rappers. You know what I'm saying? They like getting all these record deals. I'm like, you can't rap. You suck. You're horrible. Oh, what is up with America?
I don't know.
I can't. I do like though No Flex Zone.
Hey, I like that song. I'm not gonna lie. My son
in the videos. Oh my gosh.
My son was like singing that song, and I was like, "What in the world?" But it's catchy.
It's a catchy song, even though the rapping is horrible.
Yeah,
it's a catchy song.
How old are those kids anyway? They have to be like teenagers.
They're actually grown men, Tyrice.
They're grown. Oh, they look young. Those dudes look like little kids, man.
But have you seen Tracy Ellis on Facebook rapping to that song?
We got something to go Google.
Yes, Google it. It's all over Facebook. Google it.
I haven't seen it. Wow, that's amazing. So, NeNe Leakes, though, she is going to be on Broadway. She will be on Cinderella. She will be starring alongside Miss Keke Palmer, who is the first African-American Cinderella on Broadway. So kudos to Keke Palmer. Yay. Keke is doing it. But yeah, that's NeNe Leakes. She will be playing the evil stepmother. She will be taking Sherry Shepherd's place because Sherry Shepherd will no longer be filling that role. So NeNe will be stepping in November, I believe.
Wow.
Okay.
So.
Oh, wow, NeNe.
Yeah.
It's going to be the evil stepmother.
It fits her.
Go figure. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, again, she's another one that is using her platform to build her brand. So, again, she's another one of those possibly that can leave the show and be okay. Because I think she'll possibly still get acting roles. I don't know why. I saw her on Glee. She's just being NeNe. It's kind of like she's not really acting. It's like
she's being herself.
She's just being. But that's not what acting is, though. I'm just saying. It's not. I mean, anybody can be themselves. I mean, well, let me take that back. Fantasia couldn't act as herself in the movie, so that didn't quite work.
Are you
her.
serious?
That movie was horrible. You even seen a Fantasia movie?
No.
Oh.
How do you play yourself but don't act?
It
like
was awful. I remember being at Georgia State watching that movie, and it was the worst movie ever. I was like, wow. Fantasia, really? Boo boo. Don't do that again.
You play yourself, but you don't do a good job playing yourself.
It was horrible. But yeah, wow. Well, back to NeNe though. Yeah, she's gonna be on Broadway. This is gonna be quite interesting because I mean I don't know her clearly, but I'm just saying like from what she gives off on the show, she has just such this big overpowering personality. So it's like I feel like are people gonna get along with her? You know what I'm saying? Like she's
dominant. She's a dominant individual. She demands to be the dominant one whenever she walks in a room. So who knows how that's gonna work with her and Keke Palmer.
I hope it works for her. I love Keke. Keke's she's such a light. You know what I'm saying? Like she gives off this aura of positivity and light. I actually watched her show, Just Keke. I loved it. I mean, I know it's for the young people, but I liked it. I was like, oh, this is a cool show. She was speaking to me because Keke has an old soul, and she kind of like be preaching sometimes. I'll be like, oh, okay, Keke, you speaking my life. I hear you. So,
amen.
I hope it works out. For Keke Palmer's sake. I mean, I think NeNe's funny. I laugh at her. I'm not laughing with her. I laugh at her. And I hope it works out for her. Kudos you doing it though. Yeah. I mean, her, Candy, they're doing it. The rest of them, I can't really say. I don't know. They really need that housewife money because Phaedra might be straight. Maybe. Does she still practice law?
I believe so, and I think she's going to school for another degree.
Wow.
I believe so. I believe I read that.
So yeah, she's another one. I think Phaedra's another one now. Well, like if she were to opt to leave the show, that she'll be okay. Yeah.
Kenya? I don't know.
Man, Kenya Moore can fall back, bro. Like for real, bro. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I used to like Kenya Moore, and then like I'm talking about before Housewives. Like I used to be like, oh wow, she's like Kenya Moore, and then like when she got on Housewives, I was just like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, twirl.
You get to see their attitude.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, we only got a couple of minutes left here on the show, but let's talk about these beefs. What's going on with the beefs? What's up? Why are people beefing with each other? Columbus Short, Darrin, Dewitt, Henson are beefing on Twitter and Instagram. Let me fill you in. Darrin Henson and Columbus Short played on Stump the Yard together. Darrin made a tweet saying something about people always think I'm supposed to, they see me like I am on TV. They think I'm the bad guy. I guess we're wrong this time. Pound Columbus. It was something to that effect. I kind of freestyled that. But it was basically he was throwing shade at Columbus Short because Darrin was the bad guy on Stump the Yard and Columbus was the good guy. Well, we all know that Columbus has been going through some things. Yeah. And Columbus, and he threw shade at Columbus on Twitter. So Columbus strikes back on Instagram saying, you don't want none of this. And all this other stuff, start throwing darts at Darrin, I guess, about his career or lack thereof. And it was just kind of going back and forth between each other. He was on Twitter, and and Columbus was on Instagram going back and forth.
Y'all are some grown men.
Right. Right. Why?
Grown men.
Why? Why? And the funny thing was, Columbus even put a picture up of him and Megan Good, because Megan Good played love interest in Stump the Yard. And he was like, we see who got the girl in the movie. And I'm like...
But that's the movie. That's
the movie.
Not real life.
And how long ago did that movie come out? Like, we're arguing about it now.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. I was like,
yeah.
why are we doing this?
Maybe they just have a dance battle.
So does he want to take over the part in Scandal now? Is that what it's about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but I know this though Scandal does return.
Yay!
That the Shonda Rhimes block is coming on Thursdays. You got Grey's at 8, Scandal at 9, and the new show How to Get Away with Murder at 10.
I cannot wait to see that show.
The
How to Get
new
Away with
show?
Murder.
Oh,
I can't wait to
It's
see
gonna
it.
be good.
Yes.
Viola
I can't
Davis
wait.
is a beast.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that show's gonna be the bomb.
She rules Thursdays. Like there's no
Shonda
room
Rhimes-
for nobody else on Thursdays.
It's not. It's not. So do not put your shows on Thursdays if you want to survive.
America
So,
shuts down.
it does. It really does. It's like everything's like no talking, silence.
Yeah.
We're watching Shonda Rhimes on Thursday nights here.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is it for Karlton Says Live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out your day to watch us. We really appreciate it. Thank you to Tyrice and Cynthia for joining me today.
No problem.
DJ I am in the
Yes.
background on the ones and twos doing the thing, doing everything, and we are out. So see y'all next week.
Bye.
Hey, bye.
You can say hey.
Say hey, bye. See you later. Adios. Deuces. Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
He was excited, that's all.
Woo-hoo!